Welcome to the deep dive. We've gone through the sources you sent, and we're here to pull out the main ideas for you.
hmm
Today, it's all about building muscle, something a lot of you ask about. Our listener wants to improve their physique, maybe looked into gyms already.
Exactly. And, this source we're diving into today is interesting because it really pushes back against that traditional gym path.
Oh, how so?
Well, it basically argues that hitting the gym might not actually be the most efficient way to gain muscle.
Okay, intriguing. Let's get into that. So the document argues against gyms, specifically for muscle gain. What are the reasons? Time commitment, I guess.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's not just the hour you spend working out, right?
No, definitely not.
It's the getting ready, the travel time back and forth, showering after. It all stacks up.
True.
Plus, the cost of the membership. And honestly, it often takes quite a while to see really noticeable changes.
Right. And the source acknowledges gyms have other benefits like social aspects, general health.
Oh, for sure. It mentions that. But it claims if your specific goal is just muscle hypertrophy, maybe the gym isn't the sharpest tool in the shed, efficiency-wise.
It suggests maybe doing different things for different goals. Like it mentions sprints, anaerobic stuff for health quickly.
Yeah, it touches on that briefly, like sprints being efficient for general health, but it quickly pivots back, saying, look, we're focused on muscle here.
Okay, so if traditional gyms are maybe inefficient for pure muscle gain, according to this source, what's the proposed alternative?
This is where it gets pretty specific. The source champions electromuscle stimulation, EMS.
Ah, EMS. I think most people have seen those little pads for abs or something.
Right, but this is talking about a whole different level, a full body suit.
Yeah, the document mentions the author was interested in this idea for a long time, like waiting for the tech to catch up for a full body version.
Exactly, and there's this real sense of excitement almost when they talk about finally getting one. Like it's a game changer.
And how does it position this against, say, other maybe less conventional methods?
Well, it briefly brings up things like anabolic steroids or, testosterone,
Okay.
but dismisses them pretty fast because of the health downsides, hair loss, hormonal issues, that kind of thing.
Right, so it frames EMS as the efficient and kind of natural adjacent option.
Pretty much. Compared to those, yes.
So efficiency is the big selling point. What are the main advantages listed for these full body suits?
Well, number one is time, like we said. Saves all the gym commuting and prep time and money, potentially, versus ongoing memberships.
You okay?
But then there's this concept of passive exercise.
Passive exercise, how does that work?
The idea is you can wear the suit and it stimulates your muscles while you're just, sitting at your desk, maybe walking around the house.
So your muscles are contracting, getting a workout while you're doing other things.
That's the claim, yeah. A full body workout without actively lifting or moving in a traditional sense.
That sounds radically different.
It is. And the full body aspect is key here. Unlike those little targeted pads, these suits are designed to hit all the major muscle groups together.
Simultaneously.
And you control the intensity, usually through like a phone app via Bluetooth. You can even set different intensities for different muscle groups.
Interesting. Now, the source seemed pretty specific about the type of EMS suit.
Oh, definitely. Very specific. It strongly pushes for the wet EMS suits.
Wet suits. Explain that.
So these have electrodes, often attached with Velcro, and you actually wet them with water. The water acts as the conductor for the electricity.
Okay.
The author says they've used this type personally, found it safe, though there's a standard disclaimer, of course. If you have a pacemaker or certain conditions, check with your doctor. Always.
Right, standard medical advice.
Yeah.
And prefers these wet ones over other types.
Yeah, it kind of waves away the ones with silicone electrodes or those gel pads.
Why is that?
Suggests they might not work as well, could have more problems, and the gel pads need replacing, which adds hassle and cost.
Whereas the water ones.
The source highlights them as durable, low maintenance. You just wash the suit sometimes. The water is the conductor, so no pads to replace.
Okay, makes sense. So you get the suit, the recommended wetsuit.
Yeah.
How do you actually use it for the best muscle gain, according to this source? Is there a specific way?
Yeah, the source is pretty clear on this. Intensity is key.
Maximum intensity.
That's what it stresses. Push it as high as you can comfortably tolerate, maybe even a little uncomfortably,
Yeah.
to really force the muscles to adapt and grow.
Okay, so don't just tickle the muscles.
Definitely not. And it also talks about the workest cycles. Often these devices pulse on and off.
Right.
But the author here actually prefers to basically turn off the rest periods.
It's a continuous stimulation.
Continuous muscle contraction for the whole workout session, yeah.
Yeah.
To maximize the stimulus in that time frame.
Wow, okay. intense and continuous. But it's not magic, right? Consistency still matters.
Absolutely. The source emphasizes that. It might be more efficient per session, potentially, but you still need to do it regularly to see results. It's not a one-and-done fix.
Got it. It's a tool for efficiency, not a replacement for consistency.
Exactly.
Did the document mention any other uses or benefits for these devices?
It did, yeah. Many of them apparently also come with programs for things like massage or even rehabilitation.
Oh, interesting. So it could be more versatile than just muscle building.
Potentially, yeah. Makes the investment perhaps more appealing. The author also gives a tip to check the connector type when buying, and again, really hammers home the recommendation for those water-based electrodes.
And the actual use sounds pretty straightforward.
Seems like it. Wet the spots, put it on, connect your phone, and go.
Okay. So boiling it all down, the core message from this source is, if muscle gain is your primary aim, full-body EMS, particularly the wetsuit type used intensely and continuously, could be a way more time-efficient route than the traditional gym grind.
That's the essence of it, yes. This idea of passive muscle building you can slot into your day.
It certainly gives you something to think about.
It really does. It makes you wonder, how much further this kind of technology will go in fitness.
Yeah, are the old ways always the best ways, or even the most effective for specific things like just gaining muscle?
It's a provocative thought. How might these super efficient methods change how you approach your own fitness, your own schedule, if building muscle could genuinely take less active time?
Something for you all to ponder.